Hi students, this is Botany PSR. In the previous class, we discussed about biomacromolecules and then proteins. Today we will discuss polysaccharides. What is that? Polysaccharides. Poly means many. Saccharides means many monosaccharides. Many sugars. So, it is a long chain of sugars. Polysaccharides means long chain of sugar. Long chain of sugars. Sugar means what are the elements found means C6H12O6, that is glucose. That is what are the elements found? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So, long chains of sugars are called polysaccharides. The building blocks of monosaccharides are monosaccharides. The building blocks of monosaccharides are called monosaccharides. So many monosaccharides are there, together called polysaccharides. Poly means many. When we filter, these polysaccharides are found in acid insoluble fraction. These polysaccharides are found in acid insoluble fraction. What are the substances found in acid insoluble fraction? Means proteins, polysaccharides, nucleic acids and biomicromolecules like lipids. These are found in acid insoluble fraction. Okay, the elements found in polysaccharides are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, so polysaccharides, the elements found in polysaccharides are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Where do you find these polysaccharides? Means acid insoluble fraction, also called retentate, also called upper fraction, also called macromolecular fraction. Now, these polysaccharides are of two types, simple polysaccharides and then second one, complex polysaccharides. Simple polysaccharides are also called homopolymers. Complex polysaccharides are also called heteropolymers. What are the simple polysaccharides and what are the complex polysaccharides? This is very important, my dear students. Try to concentrate. Simple polysaccharides are also called homopolymers. What are the examples of simple polysaccharides? Means cellulose, starch, glycogen, inulin, chitin. Again I am repeating, cellulose, starch, glycogen, inulin, chitin. These are the 5 types of simple polysaccharides. This is the diagram of cellulose. G. G stands for glucose. Glucose. Many glucose units are there. Polymer of glucose is cellulose. This is the starch diagram. Helices are present. Glucose. It is also polymer of glucose. Then what is the difference? There are no helices in cellulose. There are helices present in starch. To remember easily, the word itself S is there, it is a helix. So that is, helices are not found in cellulose. Helices found in starch. Cellulose is a polymer of glucose. Starch is also polymer of glucose. Then what is the difference? Cellulose differs from starch in lacking helices. Starch differs from cellulose in having helices. Starch is having helices. Cellulose is not having helices. Glycogen. Here it has branches. Here glucose. It is also polymer of glucose. But it has branches. So polymer of glucose means cellulose, starch, glycogen. Straight without helices means cellulose. Polymer of glucose and having helices means starch. Polymer of glucose and having branches means glycogen. Polymer of glucose means this is a polymer of glucose, this is also a polymer of glucose, this is also a polymer of glucose. Polymer of glucose means cellulose, starch, glycogen. Next, this is inulin. Inulin, fructose units. Polymer of fructose is called inulin. Polymer of fructose is called inulin. Chitin. Polymer of nag. N-acetyl galactosamine. N-acetyl galactosamine. So these are all the examples of simple polysaccharides. Simple polysaccharides are also called homopolymers. How many examples are there? 5 examples are there. Cellulose, starch, glycogen, inulin, chitin. These 5 are the types of simple polysaccharides. Polymer of glucose are cellulose, starch, glycogen. Polymer of fructose is inulin. Very, very important point. Polymer of fructose is inulin. Inulin is a polymer of glucose. False. Inulin is a polymer of fructose. True. Chitin is a polymer of nag. Okay. Right. These are the complex polysaccharides. Complex polysaccharides are also called heteropolymers. What are the examples of polysaccharides? Complex polysaccharides means glucosamine, and second one N-acetyl galactosamine. Glucosamine, second one N-acetyl galactosamine, shortly called as NAG. One by one I will explain. Right, this is the cellulose. First one, cellulose, it is an example for simple polysaccharide. This is the diagram. Long linear chain, no helices, glucose. That is, cellulose is a polymer of glucose. It is a homopolymer or heteropolymer. All glucose units are there, no? That's why it is a homopolymer, because it is a polymer of monosaccharides called glucose. Next, it is a polymer of glucose. Cellulose is a polymer of glucose. It is a polymeric polysaccharide. Polymeric means many. So, polymeric polysaccharide. Cellulose does not hold iodine molecules. That's why it does not give blue color. So, cellulose does not give blue color with iodine. I2 means iodine. It does not give blue color with iodine. Why? Because it has no helices, no? That's why it cannot hold the iodine molecules. If the substance has helices, means those helices can hold the iodine molecules, and then the substance will give blue color. So, cellulose does not possess helices or foldings. That's why it does not give blue color with iodine. Cellulose does not give blue color with iodine. What is the reason? Because cellulose does not contain complex helices, and that's why it cannot hold the iodine molecules. Okay? Right. Examples, where do you find the cellulose? That is, plant cell wall is found in cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin. So, cellulose is found in cell walls of plants. Cell walls of plants, that is plant cell wall material, and it is also found in paper made from plant pulp. So, cell walls of plants and paper made from plant pulp, and also cotton fibers. So, cellulose found in plant cell wall. Next one, pulp, paper made from plant pulp. Third one, cotton fibers. Cotton fibers are made up of cellulose. Okay. Next, this is the diagram. This is the starch. This is the diagram of starch. These are the helices. So, glucose, 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 polymer of glucose, but helix are present, helices are present. Because of those helices only, iodine molecules can be holded. So, starch can hold iodine molecules. That's why starch can give blue color with iodine. So, it is the storehouse of energy in plant tissues. Storehouse of energy in plant tissues. What is the storehouse of energy in plant tissues means starch. Storehouse of energy in animal tissues means glycogen. Okay. Storehouse of energy in plant tissues is starch. Starch. It is also a polymer of glucose. It differs from cellulose. Starch differ from cellulose in having helices, in having foldings. Try to remember, yes, the word itself has a helix, spiral. So, starch is having helices. That's why starch can hold iodine molecules. That's why the starch can give blue color with iodine. Cellulose have no helices. That's why cellulose cannot hold iodine molecules. Next, starch gives blue color with iodine because starch can hold iodine molecules in helical portion. Next, the variants of cellulose. Variants means difference. So, the variants of cellulose are starch and glycogen. Starch is found in plant tissues, glycogen is found in animal tissues. PT means plant. So, the variants of cellulose. Why? Because cellulose, polymer of glucose, starch, polymer of glucose, glycogen, polymer of glucose only. The variants of cellulose are starch and glycogen. Storehouse of energy in plant tissue is starch. Storehouse of energy in animal tissue is glycogen. The most abundant polysaccharide found in plants next to starch is cellulose. The most abundant polysaccharide present in plants is starch. Next to starch is cellulose. First most abundant means starch. Second abundant material means cellulose. Okay. Now look at here, my dear students. This is the glycogen. Third, it is a polymer of glucose. It is also the polymer of glucose. It differs from cellulose and starch because as it contains branches. It is present in animal cells. So that is storehouse of energy in what is the storehouse of energy in animal tissues means glycogen. So it has branches and is in the form of cartoon. Now look at here, this is the diagram of glycogen. Now look at here, my dear students, this is the diagram of glycogen. So these are the branches. These are the branches. This is the right end, this is the left end. Right end is also called reducing end. Right end is also called reducing end. Left end is also called non-reducing end. How to remember? R for R. Right end in polysaccharide is called reducing end. Left end in polysaccharide is called non-reducing end. And don't confuse, in a protein, right end is called N-terminal end. Left end is called C-terminal end. Sorry, what is the carboxyl, that is left end is called in a protein, left end is called In a protein, left end is called N-terminal end. Right end is called C-terminal end. Whereas in polysaccharide, right end is called reducing end. Left end is called non-reducing end. In a protein, right end is called C-terminal end. Left end is called N-terminal end. Okay. Try to remember. How can you remember means, between amino acids which bond is formed? Peptide bond is formed. That peptide bond grows in the direction of C to N. Carboxyl group of one amino acid is attached to amino group of next amino acid. So this left end in a protein is called N-terminal end. Right end of a protein is called C-terminal end. Whereas in glycogen or polysaccharide, right end is called reducing end. Left end is called non-reducing end. Right? How many ends are there means, here how many branches are there means plus 1. That is the total number of ends. These branches should be at a non-reducing end. So this is the reducing end. These are all considered as non-reducing ends. So number of ends in a glycogen would be, how many ends are found in a glycogen? That means equal number of branches plus 1. That 1 becomes this reducing end. Okay. In this diagram, according to this given diagram, one branch, second branch, third branch. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 are in non-reducing end plus 1. Total 7 branches. Number of ends in this glycogen molecule means 6 plus 1. Number of branches plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1. Equal number of branches plus 1. This 1 will be considered as reducing end. That is, glycogen has as many non-reducing as branches plus 1. Okay. Now, polymer of glucose are, which are called the polymer of glucose? Polymer of glucose are cellulose, starch, glycogen. This has branches and looks like cartoon. So, polymer of glucose and has branches looking like cartoon means glycogen. Glycogen is a polysaccharide. True. Glycogen or polysaccharide, right end is called reducing end. Right end is called reducing end. And left end is called non-reducing end. Try to remember that one. Okay. Polymer of glucose means cellulose, starch, glycogen. Differences means no helices. Helices. Here glycogen has branches, looks like cartoon. All the three substances are polymer of glucose only. Now look at here, my dear students. Fourth one, inulin. This is the linear chain. Fructose, 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 fructose. Polymer of fructose is inulin. What is inulin? Polymer of fructose. Inulin is a polymer of glucose. False. Polymer of fructose. True. Very, very important. Inulin is a polymer of fructose. I would recall insulin, inulin. Inulin is a polysaccharide. Inulin is a polysaccharide. Insulin is a hormone. Hormones are nothing but proteins. So try to remember, inulin is a polysaccharide. Insulin is a hormone. Right. Chitin. Nag. Polymer of Nag is called chitin. Polymer of Nag. Nag means N-acetyl galactosamine. N-acetyl galactosamine. This chitin is present in exoskeleton of arthropods, cell wall of fungi. Now they may ask like this, chitin is present in exoskeleton of fungi. False. Exoskeleton of fungi means false. Exoskeleton of arthropods means true. Cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin. Chitin is a homopolymer. Okay. Right. Chitin, polymer of NAG, present in exoskeleton of arthropods and fungal cell wall of fungi. Next, complex polysaccharides. Complex polysaccharides are also called heteropolymers. Complex polysaccharides are also called heteropolymers. The building blocks of complex polysaccharides are amino sugars and chemically modified sugars. So that is, complex polysaccharides are made up of amino sugars and chemically modified sugars. The building blocks of complex polysaccharides are amino sugars and chemically modified sugars. What are the examples of complex polysaccharides? One is glucosamine. Second one is N-acetyl galactosamine, shortly called as NAG. Shortly called as NAG. And complex polysaccharides are mostly homopolysaccharides. This is the statement given in NCERT textbook. Complex polysaccharides mostly homopolysaccharides. Actual correct concept is complex polysaccharides are mostly heteropolysaccharides. But in the exam you have to write this one. You have to write homopolysaccharides only. Do not consider this heteropolysaccharides. Complex polysaccharides are homopolysaccharides according to NCERT textbook. You have to follow the NCERT textbook. But correct concept is complex polysaccharides are mostly heteropolymers. What are the different types of complex polysaccharides means? Glucosamine, and second one is NAG. NAG means N-acetyl galactosamine. So, what is a polysaccharide? That is a polymer of monosaccharides. Elements found in polysaccharides is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. How many types of polysaccharides are there? Simple polysaccharides and complex polysaccharides. When we filter these polysaccharides are found in acid insoluble fraction, also called upper fraction, also called retentate. What are the examples of simple polysaccharides means? 5 examples are there. What are those 5 examples? Simple polysaccharides means cellulose, starch, glycogen, inulin, chitin. Polymer of glucose means cellulose, starch, glycogen. Straight without helices means cellulose. Complex helices with glucose means straight without helices, and polymer of glucose means cellulose. Complex helices present, polymer of glucose means starch. Both cellulose and starch are found in plant cells. Glycogen, it is the storehouse of energy in animal tissue. Storehouse of energy in plant tissue is starch. Next to starch is cellulose. Most abundant means starch. Second abundant means cellulose. Glycogen looks like cartoon. Why? Because it has branches. Inulin means polymer of fructose. Chitin. Where do you find chitin means? Chitin, cell wall of fungi and exoskeleton of arthropods. Please note down all these points, my dear students, and we will meet in the next class.